All right. Hey. It is time for Blue Rose. And we are present in the land far away. And as our crew has been giving into romance, senses, and their own sensibilities, and chasing down many nothings, and of course, pursuing relationships, making plans for the future, but most recently, finding out a murder has killed one of Lord Maximilian Darlington, set to marry Lysandra, the widow before the wedding themselves, and our crew now, in hopes of saving the Elisante family, which is Lysandra's family, any type of embarrassment or legal repercussions, have been trying to find the culprit. And they have gathered not everyone at the wedding, but a good list of suspects into the room of the honeymoon suite. I've been going through various interrogations, um, essentially attempting right now, most recently, grilling Sebastian Darlington quite a bit, as he has been denying any direct involvement uh, with things, and also dealing with the fact that um, Kelly has been acting fairly psychotic, and everyone's a little bit weirded out and doesn't want her to touch them. So, with that, we will jump in to our stuff today. So, within the suite, what would everyone like to do?
I think we were last talking to you literally just said it, Molly, in the review, and it's left my mind. Liza's cousin with a G.
Galiana.
Thank you. I think we were last talking to her, and the last thing we saw was her blood on her hands underneath her gloves. So after she's pulled off her gloves, I think Nayland is like,
Yeah, flecks of blood, like very tiny. Yeah. Under her nails, specifically.
Evidence of a fight.
evidence of a fight. Care to explain how blood got underneath your nails? Nayland holds her hand up for the room to see. Look.
She breathes. Just a looks Maximilian had been rude, and I answered his rudeness with a slap, and I didn't realize that apparently I scratched him.
And I also pushed him over a balcony.
No, we were not not near any windows.
Was there anybody around to see that the slap then?
No.
So again, it's your word. You're the last one to
Yes,
actually meet
sir.
physically.
It is my word. And I would never do a thing to hurt you or anyone you plan to marry.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Specifically on that last sentence, on the on like how true it was, and I'm gonna use one of the inspirations to roll straight
Yeah, all this stuff is.
because I'm still exhausted. $15.
Okay. Looking at her, I would say she is very much putting forth the best she can honesty. She wants to be believed, and you don't specifically the last sentence is true from her heart. She locks eyes with lies when she says that. During the other a few glances, you can tell she might be obfuscating some facts, as like her eyes glance left or right. But as you said, specifically that last piece was 100% true from her.
Can you at least speak more to what you were arguing about? What made you slap Maximilian?
He had just said some rude comments about lies and questioned her honor. And I know that to be false. And I don't care if you're about to marry my sister, you still don't get to talk ill of her.
Was he drunk when you left?
Yes. He'd been obviously drinking quite a bit. He'd had some at school. He had done a few things, especially with ladies I knew, and I wanted to be sure he wouldn't be doing any of that with lies and let him know that he wouldn't stand for it.
Are any of these other ladies in the room?
No.
Can everyone produce their dance cards, please?
Here.
They're, yeah, they're able to hear. You can ask me what you're looking for.
I guess I'm looking for people in this room to corroborate the whereabouts of the other people's dance cards. I'm looking for a discrepancy if somebody has something written on their dance card that may not be actually where they were.
Okay. So where basically, if somebody was like doubled up or something.
Yeah,
or they weren't on the same number.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Got it. Give me an investigation check.
10.
10. Okay. So with a 10, you see specifically Galliana on her card, she for dance number 5 specifically, has Thalgian on it.
Mm.
However, she appears as dance number 5 on Lillian's card.
Hmm. I hand the 2 cards to Sparkle to show him. And then I elbow him to talk to Lillian.
And this was Galliandra?
Mm-hmm.
Lillian, did you dance with Galliandra at this dance?
Looks. Oh. Yes. Well, we weren't on the dance floor, but we had. She actually breathes. Dance is probably not the word. We had a discussion in the gardens.
So that means that Thalgen was unaccounted for. And he's not in this room. I don't
Correct.
believe.
You did not ask him to join you.
We asked the whole
No.
town but him.
Does that mean we actually found out then who did it? If we cleared everybody in this room, he's the one that's not here.
Can you explain why he's on your dance card,
Uh,
Eliana?
he had said that we would be dancing. It's and she kind of like looks at you, lies very like, this is our cousin, Lysandra. What? It is not a uncommon practice to to make sure that you do the appearances in order to not have a scandal. I imagine I figured he wasn't feeling well and didn't want the cards to be collected and it looked like he had any issues against the wedding. Like not appearing in the dancing would do so.
Can I insight check her intention? Is she covering him to save face or covering for him because she knows he did something bad?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
25.
I would say the 25. The way she's like her shoulders kind of go back a little bit, and the way she locks eyes and the slight change in her voice, very proper. Not so much hide anything, but also more of it would be out of question to ever accuse someone from the family and that type of thing. You get the feeling even if she thought he did, she probably would try to do a similar thing.
Okay.
But that it's not even worthy of
Thank you.
consideration.
I think we need to talk to him. And Neelan kind of looks at Lies.
Then who should fetch him? Or should we let everyone here go? I still don't think because they. Yes, maybe one of us should fetch him.
I bet Zav could have fetched him. I wonder where that guy is.
I swear I saw a little bear take him. No.
I think you should stay here, Lies. I don't mind getting him.
Okay.
So what would we like to do?
Get Thaljan.
Who's going to get Thaljan?
I'm happy to get him, but Aiden keeps unmuting, and I don't know if Biff wants to do something.
No, sorry. I keep seeing my thing moving, and I keep thinking that it's echoing your guys' voices into my mic.
Oof.
So I was just trying to make sure that wasn't happening.
Gotcha. Okay, so then Snail going to get it? Get them?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so you exit and you find them back in the courtyard. They're not in the house currently,
Okay.
and they're drinking some wine and talking to a few others.
Pardon.
Hmm.
It's with Thaljan.
Oh,
Wait, this is the one who treated me like dookies at the hunt, isn't it? Son of a gun! Why did I come do this?
Oh, you. Yes. How can, what is it you are requiring of me?
I was wondering if I might pick your brain, your expertise on a matter. A friend of mine showed me a letter, and I'd like to know more about what you meant. I share concerns that you have as well. I'm hoping maybe we can put the past behind us and work together this time.
Um, just excuse me. What letter are you speaking of?
My friend, Zavorth. Oh, my God, I'm getting a phone call. Pardon me. Okay. He showed me something that you sent him.
Oh,
I have worries myself. I received a letter with honeyed words in it.
hmm. Yes. Just. I think. Zavarth. He seemed to be a person of truth, of heart, not accustomed to the manipulations that can occur here.
He is.
And I have seen flowery personalities overwhelm. I thought that he might be a victim, but turns out, from what I saw, it maybe was more of a piece of advice for him to apply to some of his other friends.
I'd like to show you my letter, but I definitely would not want to do so in public. Would you come with me somewhere a little more discreet.
Give me a. It's a little like persuasion. Give me a persuasion check.
Are there any inspirations? I wouldn't know. I don't know how to check that. Okay, 15.
Okay, 15. So. Kind of. Very well, if we make it quick. We can go to the gardens.
I'd rather go somewhere with walls. I don't want people to hear. And I'd like to start leading him to the lodge.
You follow.
If he follows, I'll take him right to the honeymoon suite.
Come sneeze. Okay. So he'll follow you in, sees everyone. There's... Oh my. What is happening?
I'll shut the door behind us. Well, Max is dead.
Oh no. Liza, are you okay?
Yeah, not sure yet how I feel.
I can imagine. Oh my goodness. How did he die?
He fell out the window through the balcony.
Oh no. Oh,
I'm
okay.
watching for his concern.
Certainly. Give me an insight check.
$13?
Okay. 13. I would say it's definitely false. Like, he's not upset. It's that very, or at least doesn't reveal upsetness. It's that very just kind of polite, oh no. Except that his concern for a lie seems, or Lysandra seems fairly genuine.
Please speak plainly. Who was your letter about?
I suppose with the seriousness of this, I had concerns over a gentlewoman who had dwelt in our house some time. Her associations, while not troubling to me, with Lysandra's choice of mate and the curse Lysandra talked to me about, I grew worried. Though I don't think she knew that I knew of her associations. And I thought that she might try to get close.
I don't think I 100% follow. He's saying he knew about the curse, was worried about lies, but there was somebody else that was in the household that he was worried about?
Yeah, from the household of the Elesantes, that indicating their allegiances, while not a problem for the Elesantes, might be problematic now that Lysandra was going to marry Darlington. And that he was worried. Wanted to keep an eye on this person.
Are they in the room?
Indeed. If you would have me besmirch their honor. As part of Lysandra's, I suppose, empowered people, I would do such. If you insist.
You must know what really happened.
Rosalinda Brynborn. Miss Rosalinda screams, "What? I'm aware of your association. Have been some time. And we all know of the curse of the Darlingtons. That they had run afoul of a fey creature. And this fey creature swore death upon them and misery. And you, Rosalinda, made a deal with such a creature. Yes? To serve them? And she starts crying. So, it appears we have a dead Darlington, and one who's sworn to obey a creature of the Fae.
Rosalinda is...
Lillian and many are looking, and you can tell the crowd is turning against Rosalinda.
Elias kind of steps up and kind of takes her, has her look at her. Is this true?
She just... There is an archfey that I serve. I didn't realize I was making a deal with them. But they're always just whimsical and innocent. About, more just making people laugh. Occasionally, they've been really bad, but... not the thing itself, but there's been a consequence here or there.
Sparkle kind of is next to Bim is not all of them.
Since
But
I don't get what you're hinting at, Biff definitely doesn't.
But I had nothing to do. I haven't received anything about Maximilian. I swear. And I'm sure the things that have caused him were pure accidents. He's not one who's vindictive.
Why was your purse found on him?
I lost my purse. I don't
Why was it
know.
found on him?
I don't know.
You're saying you had nothing to do with it, but you lost your purse. And now there comes to this, are you telling me the truth, or are you just really skilled in lying?
Just tears in her eyes. She grabs both your hands. Both.
Appeal to me. I can help you. I can prove you're telling the truth. But only if you are. Would this crowd allow me the use of magic? I can tell the difference between a truth and a lie. And if this person is now telling us the truth, then we know who has told us a lie. But if they are lying, well, by all means.
Oh, just do it already. What do you need? A table?
No, just their permission.
I mean,
Their
I'm telling the truth. I will tell the truth.
Then you would consent?
Yes.
I look at the gentleman that Nayland brought in. What about you?
I have not lied here. But you're asking me to subject myself to magic.
I'm asking you to prove yourself and therefore prove your honor. I mean, what do you have to lose, really, if you're telling the truth?
He
Nothing.
takes out a white glove and slaps you in the face with it. Then let's prove it on the field. And he challenges Kelly to a duel.
You have no idea what you've done. I accept.
So,
But I will honor this tradition if you honor mine.
you gotta accept the duel, you do not.
I accept duels when there is something at stake.
If you win such a thing, I will acquiesce to this truth spell of yours. However, I think we can all see that should my honor be upheld, we all just realize this is an accident and treat it as such.
I accept.
I want to insight Dalgion on something. On specifically, does he believe that this is an accident, or does he want to believe that it's an accident?
Okay. Give me a insight check.
Ugh, it's a natural one. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm scared. This other version of Kelly is really creepy.
So there's a little bit of excitement as one adjourns outside to a place in the gardens that you can see kind of is ideally set up for this, a large open area of a field. Nothing really to hide behind, just open space. And the whole affair of the wedding gathers. While this happens, anything anybody wants to do?
I would really like to go over the rules of this duel. What considers, or like what constitutes success?
Well, says is my honor till the other. So basically, what his condition would be 0 HP.
Okay. And what is allowed in combat?
As long as it comes from the other combatant, there is no interference. They may use their abilities and what they might have. So the basic in just the wars of the world and societal sounds would know basically a one-on-one fight, and they can use what they have at their disposal. Though that doesn't necessarily make one immune from the social consequences of using such things.
Do we still have Zav's book on proper etiquette?
Yes, you'd be able to know these things.
I'm just curious if there's anything in that has any part of it that has examples of duels, just so we can see more or less what's used in them, just to get a gauge of what they wouldn't allow.
It's usually done with simple swordplay, and typically any magic has always been magic of like an item. Duels typically don't have a person casting magic, but it's not necessarily forbidden.
Cool.
Go ahead, Aiden.
Nope, that was it. I was just... Oh, actually, I guess... So it's mostly sword. I guess magic would probably include tech.
Having seen Thaljan hunt, and having observed his like gait and his build and stuff, I don't know if this is too much of a question, but could I like deduce his class?
I would say he seems very proficient with the sword.
Okay.
The way he holds it. A lot of people have rapiers. He
Yeah.
carries a long sword.
Okay.
And as he prepares on and kind of takes it, there is he wields it two-handed and is extremely practiced as he kind of uses both to make it do a quick strike and then a slow as he kind of warms up and gets ready. You can also detect that there is shimmers of light reacting off his like fine elven blade.
Okay.
Blythe makes her way to Kester, Kelly Esther, because she doesn't really know what's going on with you. And then looks to you and goes, I trust you'll win this duel. And then leans in close and whispers in your ear, and no matter who you really are, I care about the real you. even if that is Esther, Kelly, the other Kelly, I just care about you.
Oh,
She's
lies.
using self-realization to at least grant you a reroll, because she's saying this from the heart.
Lies. You've nothing to fear. I've already won. Because even if I lose, the only person who pays the consequence is Kelly.
Did you join my brother's cult? Is that what's going on?
No. I, Lies, need your help. Unlike Kelly, I appreciate you. And I thank you.
We're gonna unpack that after the duel.
So yeah, this little pale girl in a nightgown takes out a sword and walks about 40 paces away from their opponent.
Okay. Then a duel master calls and kind of recites the general rules here, including one rule stated is that quarter it may be asked, and Thousand agrees that it will be given if asked. Does Kelly agree in such a thing?
One more time, what?
If quarter is asked, it will be given.
Quarter. In other words, if they surrender.
Then it ends and no more bloodshed.
So either surrender or 0 HP.
She thinks about it and she'll say, yes.
Right. Then roll for initiative. So this will start you all from 30 feet from each other.
Okay. 30 feet?
Mhm.
Okay. She rolls a dirty 20.
Very nice. In that case, Kelly, you may go first.
Okay. I think her first move is going to be to go ahead and drop a bardic inspiration. She's just going to throw it out into the void. And the reason why she's doing that is to give herself something here. Okay, yeah, she'll use it to give herself a bardic dance. So she has activated Audacious Dance.
Nice.
Her next action will be to move toward him. And she's going to take Kelly's family sword and she will swing it with one hand toward him. Actually, I take that back. I'm sorry. That would be a really stupid move. Because I forgot she's a different... Oh, wait. No, she doesn't have that yet. Yeah, she's going to have to do it. So that's what she does. She goes up and she swings her sword.
Okay.
All right. That is a 23.
That will hit.
And we'll... Oh, okay. 9 slashing.
Nice.
And I believe that is her turn, other than reactions and whatnot.
Awesome. So explain Audacious Dance to me so I fully understand what it's doing.
Audacious Dance is her feature from her Bardic class. It basically grants her a couple of things. For 1 minute, she adds to her AC her Charisma modifier. She has advantage on her acrobatics, and her walking speed also increases by 10 feet.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Okay, then in close, their strike with their longsword here. Okay, and all right. So first one, because your AC is 24 now, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so first is a miss with an 11, and then looks like a hit with a 25.
I will go ahead and use my spiny shield on that then.
Okay, so what's that look like? What's that?
I increase my AC by a +2 for this round.
Okay. Sounds good. And so spiny shield, what's the visual on it though?
As he swings with his sword, she just kind of, I guess in her current form, it just looks like these tiny little spikes just protrude from her body, and they like almost fork the blade as it tries to hit her, sort of like a Three Stooges type move to keep them from
Gotcha.
from the
Yeah,
eyes.
no, that works. It goes, ugh. And there are murmurs as this magic is being used, like, and such things. And then it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and rage with my bonus action here. And I will go ahead and do a action booming blade.
Ooh.
Which I guess counts as reckless. It's very weird how all this stuff is working,
Mm.
but I don't know. Does reckless count as an action to activate?
So, Reckless Barbarian is gonna be this here.
It just says on your first attack you decide if it's reckless. So I assume it does not count as an action.
Right, it wouldn't be an action. It's more.
My class allows me to use spells while I rage.
Correct.
I
That
think
I'm aware
Booming
of.
Blade is casting a spell, though, right? Not taking the attack action. And Reckless, you have to take the attack
Correct.
action.
That, well, I guess it's part of the attack. So in other words, if they were to counter the spell, then I don't get an attack, because I think that's happened in games before.
So
Were
yeah,
they-
I mean, I'm just looking how these spells interact. So give me a sec. Okay, so as long as you're using strength, you're good.
Okay.
Because reckless only counts on strength.
Correct.
So that should be fine. But let me look over here and make a melee attack with it. Yep, you're good to go.
All right. All right. That is a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. And they will go ahead and you see a pearl on their ring shine bright as this barrier of light comes around them and the sword bounces off of it.
That's my turn.
All right. This you see the other crowd. This crowd is more in awe of what he did rather than being disgusted, like we're sort of with Kelly.
Well, they got clear favorites here.
So he'll take his attacks. All right, you're able to move out of the way of both of them.
Okay.
Good, Kenzie.
All right. Let's go ahead and do another Booming Blade Reckless.
Right.
22 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. All right. So that'll be 14 on the slashing damage. And
Nice.
the melee has the 1d8. Yeah, because I'm well past that level. Yeah,
Okay.
so that's 8 thunder, and then they have their booming blade on them as well. If they move.
Okay. Very good. Then they take their 2 swings. All right, a miss, and then we'll get a 24.
24 will hit.
Okay. So that will be 13 slashing damage.
Half to 6.
Then you may go.
All right. Rinse and repeat. All right, that's a nat 20.
Very nice.
So that will be slashing of 15 and thunder of 10. And so, yeah, that'll be her turn.
Two. So 26 to hit.
Yeah.
And a miss. He is bloodied and panting as he's throwing this. 13 damage. After 6.
Okay. And she's going to rinse and repeat. She's going to keep laying the same thing on him. Or trying to. All right. Yeah, that's only a 21.
21 will hit.
All right. So that will be 15 slashing and 7 thunder.
Okay. With that, he will go unconscious.
Woohoo!
She stops. And she looks at the crowd. I'm waiting for my applause. She will reach down to, I think she has a healing on her. Yeah. She will do a healing word on him.
Okay. Comes up
And give him
goes.
back 7 healing.
As the fight was
I-
going on, oh, sorry, go ahead.
He'll say, I forgive this one's impudence.
Are you ready for the terms of our agreement?
Certainly. As agreed.
Very good. And she'll look at the others. We should get him and the other one together so they can be asked questions.
Shouldn't we question them separately?
They already know what each other had to say. And I could only cast this once, so.
Fair enough.
During the fight, Matt, can I have just sort of been observing Milton? Because he's the other one that we knew didn't like Rosalinda, and I'm just curious if I can see if he's having any kind of particular reaction to.
Yeah, give me an
what's
insight
going
check.
30.
30. Nice. Milton Fiends is observing this somewhat coldly, kind of taking in everything themselves, like trying to read into each person's movements. It's as if he's attempting to learn things from the way that they are fighting.
Okay.
So did you guys want to go back to the suite or do this here? How do you want to do this?
We could do it here. It's fine with me.
Genpub sort of knows about Maximilian now. If we did the duel in front of the wedding party, or
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is spread.
Lysandra, I think it might be up to you how public you want this to be.
I say we should still do it behind closed doors. Because this is now my family's name. Either way, one of the people are connected to my family.
Not to mention, depending on how shocking the truth of it is, we don't want to send people into a mass panic.
All right, so let's head back.
Okay. So in the somewhat now smelly place, since the body's been lying there for a while now. I was like, just left the body there. You have everyone as both Rosalinda and Loungian sit. Family ready?
I will know if you try to fight the effects of this spell. So please just submit to it.
Of course.
And she will go ahead and she will cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. Both of them allow themselves to come under it.
Kelly looks at the others. It's done. Why don't, and I look at the Rosalind first. Why don't you tell us again what you know?
I don't know anything.
No, tell us what you told us. Tell us the truth. What happened? What do you know?
I don't. She's a little confused, so she just starts talking. As I said, I once was in the woods, and this nice gentleman and I were talking. He had a wonderful cloak and really red hair, and we're going, and then I woke up the next day and could do magic. Then he said that we had agreed and told me to do different tricks, and then occasionally like things would happen, and of course, most things were harmless, but occasionally like just people would have bad luck and something would turn into, people would fall down and have all types of like crazy things happen to them. But usually not often. Usually it didn't really happen. But he didn't say anything about the Darlingtons or anything like that, other than it would be funny if people like fell or whatever, but he didn't command me to do anything. He hasn't said anything about the wedding or anything here.
He didn't
But
command
said-
you. Go ahead.
If somebody would fall.
Yeah, like if their shoelaces were tied together or something, but like again, like nothing. He didn't ask me to do anything here.
Did you do that?
When-
Tie his shoes together?
Not Maximilian's. I'm talking about other places, like at school mostly.
Did you pull any pranks here during my wedding or cast any magic?
Well, you saw me cast magic, Lysandra. It didn't do anything to Maximilian.
Do you have any recent periods of missing time? Any unusual happenings to you where you found yourself somewhere you didn't think you were? Besides losing your pouch?
Recent time, no. My pouch, I just thought I left when I went to dance with Beth. And she looks at Beth like, I really like, I love you, Beth. And
Ooh! Ooh!
I hope this doesn't change. I'm not bad. Just this Fae, this Archfey gave me magic. That's all.
What types of magic can you do?
Like, sometimes, you know, like make sure people don't fall down too hard.
Okay. Have you been in this room today before we summoned you here?
Well, yeah, when I transferred Melisandre's things here.
Was anyone else in the room when you did that?
Just Milton.
Just Milton.
was-
What did you and Milton talk about?
Didn't talk.
You didn't talk?
Did you have your purse around that time?
Oh yeah, earlier today, like I said, I had it
Oh.
up until the dance.
And that was dance number 2?
Kind of thinks, I think so. Like, I'm sorry, I kind of got carried away during it. I don't, but I believe so.
Would Thaljan have produced his dance card? Or I guess I'll ask him for it.
I don't. I didn't dance.
Then why were you on Galeandra's dance card?
Because it would have been rude otherwise. And it was
So you-
important to, should you check the cards later, that you feel that I was present for your big events.
Rosalinda, to your knowledge, is the Fae that you have a deal with in any way connected to the Fae that cursed the Darlingtons, other than being a Fae on principle?
Say that question again for the DM because I kind of
Okay.
lost it.
So basically, I'm asking her if the Fae that she has a deal with, because I'm trying to help her out here, essentially. The Fae she has a deal with, to her knowledge, because it's her truth, is that Fae connected to the Fae that cursed the Darlington family?
Not that I know of.
What is their name?
I can't tell you. But you can call him the Traveler.
I see.
Sparkle kind of just like gets like this. I knew it. I'm not an idiot. I twitch.
Tell me this. The last time you spoke to the Traveler, When was it?
Just kind of thinks for a little bit. I guess that would be before we. Well, just a little confused. I mean, I don't know if he heard me, but I was telling him about Biff.
Let me
And
rephrase.
how I had met somebody.
When was the last time you heard from the traveler?
Oh, I think it was about a month ago.
What were his exact words?
Oh, the school is really stuffy. It really hurts the creative mind. Wouldn't it be funny if the teachers actually ate shoe leather?
Sparkle snorts very audibly.
Because they have no soul.
Jeez.
Sparkle turns around and is trying not to break down laughing.
Speaking
And-
to an IRL teacher.
And so, yeah. So I made, so I did take shoe leather and put it in, and they did eat it. But I mean, I made it taste good. That's the one thing you can make things that taste bad taste good. That's what I did.
Should we move on to the next person, or did anyone have any follow-up questions?
Lord, no. Move on.
What do you think of Nalen's hunting skills?
What skills?
All right, we at least know it's working.
Falcon, yes or no? Did you knowingly cause harm to Maximilian today? Simple yes or no. Don't try and talk around it.
What are you laughing at?
This is taking so long to answer that.
He looks, and he sits up straight and proud. And he raises his chin. Lord Darlington never loved Lysandra. He sought only to claim Silver Lodge, mine the area for Mithril, and destroy Argentus Falls. He had to be stopped. And the crowd is shocked as he turns to you, Lies. My deed was dark, yet necessary. But my heart shall always belong to you. I have always loved you, even if our parents forbade our engagement.
Lies, you've been holding out on us.
I've been holding out on myself. But I don't know me relationship that I got going on right now.
Mama, Galadriel, Mom and Dad thought best not to tell you.
I can see why.
I mean, you're not really related, but it's still a little creepy.
Well, we now have our answers, yes?
I mean, yeah.
So, Lies, what do we do?
What's the punishment for this type of thing?
Marriage to the person they did this for?
I totally don't think that it is. Right. I'm guessing it's disownment and signing away everything you had in your name. I have an idea. Sebastian plans to travel the world. He'll need somebody to watch his back. You've taken out one brother's life. You now owe a life debt to Sebastian himself.
Sebastian looks at you. You wish me to do that.
It was your
And
brother.
after you're free. I don't wish to go. If you'd have me, Lysandra.
You too timing. Did you write me a letter or not?
I wrote you a letter trying to let you down softly, you crazy woman.
Hey, all right. Let's not
That's not
name call.
nice.
I'm sorry. I was trying to be polite.
Okay. I see I've caused more problems than I meant to when I came here.
No, I think this is the perfect punishment for Sebastian.
I mean, it is, but I need to let you all know I came here to get away from. And she kind of motions to what Kelly is. This one who broke my heart, who's now also restolen my heart. We're gonna unpack this later. But I'm not from this world, and I don't plan on staying.
It doesn't bother me, Lies. You told me you loved me. Was that a lie?
No, in the moment I did. Or in the moment. Honestly, I mean, you guys gotta realize I just had like one of the roughest breakups I've ever gone through. I'm sorry, but you both were kind of rebounds. So was your other brother. And, you know, it turned into like this 3-year thing. And
3-year rebound.
I didn't think she was ever going to show up for the wedding. And then magically, one day she showed up. And I realized my affections for her never really ended.
Rosalie, your best friend's going, wow, that's a big rebound. Like, I've heard of some, and that's a big one. But she's fine. I'm still in your corner.
Of course you are.
What kind of society is this?
Sebastian, what did you mean when you said, perhaps one day soon, I shall find myself at that meandering river once more, and at that time will be suitably prepared for our next encounter?
What I meant was that we had a spark, but my heart belongs to Lysandra. And that maybe after I had time of her being with Maximilian, that my heart would be ready to know each other and to know another, and that we could pick up at one point.
So you did this to hurt Kelly?
I did it to not besmirch her honor. We had 2 dances so that she could say he needed to find himself. That is proper. And everyone here is going, yeah, like he's a stand up. Like everyone in here is very much like, oh, Lillian's like, oh, good for you, brother.
I'm giving you an opportunity to earn points with me. You
I
did
not-
try to hurt Kelly, right?
No.
Oh, what a pity.
Can I?
She's a complicated one.
He's very confused.
Do like a vibe check-in with Liliana? Because Lies has just sort of implied that we as a group are not staying here.
Mhm.
And I don't think Sparkle has had that conversation with her. And I'm just wondering how she looks.
He most
Yeah.
certainly has not.
Give me an insight check.
22.
22. taken all this in, and she is like looking at Sparkle. You guess this might have made her more interested.
Ooh. Malin puts an encouraging hand on Sparkle's hand.
I was muted for my whole freaking speech, man. I was like, Sparkle's been really distracted, so he kind of like looks at you just like really confused at first because he's been hyper focused on the fact that he was like, first he was so right about Rosalinda being a follower of the Traveler. He wasn't making it up in his head. He was right. And then Falchion, I didn't even see that coming out of left field. He was in love with Locke this whole time? What?
Maximum soap opera.
Like, he's just like eating it up with a spoon.
Malin gives a little nod to Liliana to encourage you to look at her, and Malin winks at you.
He looks at Liliana and kind of like does like the gulp.
She gives you a smile.
I smile back.
Maybe this day can't be ruined. Maybe there is a wedding that could happen on this day. If not for me to marry Maximilian, maybe Darlington could still be married. Sparkle, I've seen the way you looked at Lane.
Well, I was hoping after we figured out the whole murder thing, or unmurder accident, I don't know, thing, I was hoping to have this conversation with you, Lillian. I didn't mean to keep it from you, because, well, I kind of fell for you really fast, and there's nothing wrong with that or anything, but, well, when we came here, we weren't really planning on staying forever, and I wanted to ask my friends first, too, if it would be okay, because, well, we kind of have, like, these plans about traveling to different places and doing different things, and I wanted to know if it was okay if I asked you to come with me.
Steps closer. I guess that depends.
On what?
Are you going to marry me or not, silly?
And Sparkle just like aggressively is nodding his head, like, yeah.
People clap.
Oh. And Sparkle kind of like takes her hands in his hands. And then he would ask her, like kind of like get closer to ask her if he could give her a kiss.
Of course.
And he minor illusions a fan in front of them as he gives her a kiss.
And therefore, no one sees as your boils heal.
Yay!
You are no longer exhausted.
Turning a toad into a prince.
I'm no longer exhausted. No more rolls of disadvantage.
You get to keep the stick?
I think so. The stick that only gives me what I already have.
Exactly.
Alright. And in that case, the gentle wind carries pink and white petals from a willowy tree as we find ourselves on the grounds again. As the flowers sprinkle on the ground like softly falling snow. As a representative of Celine will marry Sparkle and Lillian. As the sun emerges from the night sky and bathes everyone in warm radiance. And there is a minute of silence held for Maximilian. During this, Rosalind approaches Biff. Sorry if I dropped like a big bomb there, but I'm just... What do you think?
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock, I'll say. I guess I'm just kind of curious why.
Well, I mean, you tell me the truth. You are honorable. And I guess that's where it began, but then well, you talked about your friends and the work that you do, even though you were trying to be sneaky, and I get it. I mean, don't necessarily want to advertise you're not from the same world, but
Not the easiest pitch to explain.
that it matters to you. And I want to be with someone who things matter to. I guess that's the best I can say. What reason I can give the unreason of a heart.
What would you think of me if I told you I was thinking of giving it up?
Looks. I think that I know my heart. And if you would be with me, we'd be together. Whatever would come our way, whether the purpose you have now or the purpose you would find later we would do together. Maybe a purpose I found. I think you strike me as someone who wouldn't insist on your own way. Not that I have one right now.
Biff looks at her with like almost tears welling up in his eyes. And he just looks and just says that he just looks and goes, "Thank you." Before just kind of giving her a little hug and just like embracing her for a second. And like almost on cue, he falls asleep. Like after like a second, because he's just been like mentally and physically exhausted since everyone died, basically.
Like, wait, was that a yes to marry or not?
He could wake back up. I just meant like more just trying to show that he's like a big burden got off his shoulders.
Yeah. That's fine. What's this? And Eliandra approach you, Lysandra. Says, "So you are going back?"
Yeah.
I see. She takes you off your own and just says, "Before you and Maximilian ever began courting, and before I was married, our paths crossed most intimately. And the truth is, wanted to make sure that he would never tell you, never use it as a weapon to break your heart. And he laughed at me, and that's why I slapped him."
Thank you for your honesty. And I would never hold that against you. As I hope you don't hold my infatuation with our cousin and the others against me. And she smiles.
As I believe every man on the continent fell into your throw when you came here.
Unfortunately, none of them were the one I wanted. I think she catches her eyes looking at Esther.
Of course. Well, this is the new head of House Solasante, and since you will be leaving us, I wish to keep Thaljian's ring, but would do my heart well if you and she kind of smiles, your friend, split up among you. The other two are family crested bracers and traditional sword, so that I would know the Il Santa name travels the worlds.
I could find two people that deserve that.
You should think of one of them.
I know, I should. But as I could see from this world, you have to learn from one thing. Maybe the heart says what the heart says sometimes. And also, maybe you have to make the other person truly see what's in front of them. Don't worry. I'll get these. Both items will go to people that deserve them, and we'll appreciate them. And she just smiles kind of dastardly.
She's a little upset about this, but she's like, okay. She was trying to give you a hallmark, but this is Bracer of Defense. And a long sword +2.
Yes, Lask has plans for these. Does it involve a certain love triangle? Thank you, Galliandra. And I know you'll bring much grace to this house and notoriety. You'll do much better things than me nor the Darlingtons could have done with this land. She kind of also winks at maybe you never know, Sebastian, if he stands to stay around these parts. You might win his eye one day. That's just between me and you and me. And he's way better.
Maybe. I don't think I deserve to be loved. But
everyone does.
We'll see. I still feel really bad about my husband dying off that chicken I cooked. I don't know. I mean, who would love someone who makes a chicken that kills you?
I don't really eat, so I mean, I could love you. But again, my heart's taken. Sorry.
Fine.
Maybe find somebody that doesn't like chicken.
Oh, that could be good. Does Sebastian like chicken?
I'm sure you could definitely find something else he likes.
Right. Whatever. I'm in. I mean, look, I don't have jewels on my thing. I'm in mourning. Why could I be thinking of such things? I guess he's the only heir, though. No, I'm not doing that again. But, and as this is happening, anything else?
I think Nayland would try and steal a conversation with Kelly.
Kelly's down by probably some type of river or bank while most of this talking was going on, and just kind of playing her hand in the water, just kind of moving it backward and forward, and just kind of keeping herself occupied while everybody's saying their goodbyes.
Nayland will walk up, probably with heavy steps, not wanting to sneak up on you. Hey.
Huh. Hello.
Can I sit?
I don't own this place. Yes, you may sit.
Nayland rolls her eyes and takes a seat. Should I... Am I talking to Esther right now?
Kelly will be back in a few minutes if you'd rather talk to her. I can feel her.
I mean, will she remember if I talk to you?
Not if you don't want her to.
She said some things earlier today. And then you said some things in the truth circle. Why did you ask if I had loved Kelly?
So that she could hear it, in case you didn't.
She and I kind of got in a fight earlier. And she had said this thing. She said that I was always putting other people's feelings before hers.
That does sound like her.
I think I've learned, or realized, I guess, while being here, that it's not that I'm putting other people's feelings before hers. It's that I'm always trying to put them before mine. I don't really get it fully.
Well, if you want my opinion, I don't understand. She's not a good person. She pretends to be. But you didn't know her when I did.
I don't think you know her now.
I think you're right.
The only reason you're here, and Nayland kind of gets comfortable, she'll sort of like lean back on her elbows, is because all Kelly does is think about people. I mean, you're not the first visitor she's had. Her heart is so open that she can hold whole other people inside of herself.
That's supposed to impress me.
I think you should stick around.
I've been thinking about leaving, to be honest. I thought I could get rid of her here. Let me tell you about Kelly. Kelly is the most selfish, evil, conniving human being I have ever met. She tortured me for years. I was perfectly happy before I met her.
You know, about a year ago, I probably would have said the same thing.
Really? What did she do to you?
God, what didn't she do to me? Well, actually, really, it was mutual. But my point is, I think I have tried to hate Kelly. And didn't stick. Neither does death, by the way. She's already died. That didn't stick either. So, you might be shit out of luck.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking about leaving.
I'm sorry she hurt you.
Me too.
I think the only voice you've had telling you about her is hers. I think the only person who's ever succeeded at hating Kelly has been Kelly. Maybe if you stuck around, started seeing her through our eyes, your opinion might change. Maybe some of those wounds might heal.
Maybe. Maybe you're right. So where are you all going?
I don't know. I think we'll probably stop home, but we have a habit of not staying in one place for very long.
That's good, actually. Shouldn't stay in one place too long. It can make you very complacent and make you too comfortable. But before I go, you do need to know one thing about Kelly. Something that I don't think she's told you.
Hit me.
A long time ago, I had a hair clip. It had a butterfly on it. And it was... oh, God. Hey, Nathan.
Esther was here.
Yeah, I know. I've got to figure this thing out. I think if we go back and we talk to what was his name? Guy with the kid in the house. Jeb. Jeb. Yeah, Jeb. Like, he should be able to help me with that, right? Or maybe... yeah. Anyway, it's totally awesome seeing Sparkle happy.
Yeah.
Does that mean she's coming with us?
I don't know.
We've got to figure out where they're going to stay. Like, they're obviously going to want a honeymoon, right? Have they even thought about it? Where are they going?
Plus, we don't have a house anymore. We kind of turned it into a school.
Oh, hey, Biff.
Oh, sorry.
Hey,
I was-
leave. It's pushing Biff away.
Sorry, my brain does things like that. I'm so sorry.
You're good. Maybe we should go talk to everybody and
In a
figure
second.
out.
Up.
Okay.
Get up. Get up.
Yeah, I'm up. Oh my God.
I don't know how much you remember from what Esther and I were talking about. But anyway, I'm working on doing what I want.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Like what you want?
what I want.
And tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
Damn it, I was about to make that joke.
I want to dance.
Right now?
Yeah.
With me?
Yeah.
She just kind of like this big smile on her face and takes you by the hand and starts rushing back to the reception.
Wait, not
What?
fast. And I'm
What?
asking you, and then
Yeah.
she'll try and run faster.
I know.
Very good. Anything else?
Sparkle at some point would kind of come up next to Rosalinda at some point, just like, would you like to form an alliance with me? I feel like she's got no idea what I'm talking about until I tell her the other stuff.
Absolutely, I do.
Great, because I had this fun idea. You see those stuffy old people over there just milling about by the punch bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be funny if they could just giggle uncontrollably? If you can keep them distracted and looking the other way, I'm gonna hit them.
She runs up as she casts a huge charm person that hits everybody. Hey, everyone!
And essentially, I'm gonna be using Nithar's Mischief And I'm gonna kind of like focus on it real hard because technically I'm supposed to roll for this. But I really want for like all of the group in the cube to have to start giggling uncontrollably.
Oh
And
my-
they become incapacitated because they use all of their movement to move in a random direction.
Absolutely. Let's just start going "Hee." All right. Then Biff, as you do, she does come. She goes, "So, are we together then, Biff?"
Oh, yes, I think I'll stay here for a bit.
You're gonna stay here?
Yes.
Well, if we stay here, we need to get married.
Seems a little fast.
Right. I thought you might say that, and that's why I thought go there because other places they're not as and then in the middle of this, Sebastian comes over. She goes, Biff and Rosalinda, I was just thinking there are these research projects about the Nine Wonders. And I wonder if I could hire the two of you to look into it. There's some issues that have been happening around. Would that suit the two of you?
Viv will kind of look over at her in a way that he is like on board, but letting her decide.
Goes, oh, well, as two colleagues, that would be a great thing for us to do. Of course, it needs, I think, technical know-how and magic as well. I couldn't think of two people better for the job. And of course, with the transfer and everything, of course, the arrangements might be tight occasionally, but everyone will understand with the issues with Maximilian, of course. And he winks and goes off. She goes and smiles as she lightly takes your hand.
I should probably let the other people in my group know.
Oh, do you want to do that by yourself? I understand if you do.
Probably best.
Okay. I'll be over there laughing at the people laughing. It's really funny.
Yes, that's totally not horrifying.
Oh, you don't like it?
I mean, they all laughed till they passed out, didn't they? That's absolutely horrifying.
No, they just laughed uncontrollably and started falling in different directions. Eventually, it stopped.
It stopped eventually.
Oh, okay. I thought they laughed until they passed out, and I was
No.
like, that is terrifying.
No,
Okay.
for a full
Never
straight
mind.
minute. Sparkle totally would have concentrated on that spell for a full minute.
But yeah, I'll take my leave and head towards the group.
Vise approaches Kelly and Nealon after they're done dancing.
Yeah, lies.
Perfect. The two people I was looking for. I have a present for each of you, actually, since both of you have came to rescue my honor in such ways and shown to be true champions today.
Wow. I mean, Lice, you don't. Actually, I wanted to. Before you do that,
Here, Nealon, you get this ring.
Are you sure?
Yes.
She nods at you very solemnly.
And Kelly, you get this sword.
wow. Lies, Thank you. I wanted to. I wanted to make sure you were coming with us.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming with.
So look, I know what I got here. We talked about some things about, how things went down. I'd like to just I'd like it if we could just move past that part. I mean, what I mean by that is the roller rink and all that.
She smiles and takes you both by the arms and goes, I think the three of us have wide adventures in front of us. Starts walking you guys to find the rest of the group.
Oh, Careless talks to Wood now. I don't know if you were there for that.
I was.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're okay.
Yeah, they are. Oh yeah, we gotta check on the groom.
Sparkle!
And Sparkle kind of like is dusting off his hands at a job well done. And he's like, yes.
Well, congratulations. Are you intending a honeymoon of sorts?
Oh, right. Honeymoons come after weddings, right?
Usually right after, yeah.
Well, I don't know where we're planning on going next, but I'm thinking it should be someplace that has some really nice sights. Maybe a beach.
You know, there is 1920s Appalachia, which has a beach.
I don't know about that. You make it sound like there's something else at the beach.
Yeah, it's probably not a good place for a honeymoon. You need a place like oh, I went to a place once for the 4th. It was this really cool little resort town, but I don't think it exists yet. Maybe we'll find a world that has nothing but beaches.
Oh, that'd be weird. Just beaches? It'd be an ocean world with deserted islands everywhere.
Sounds wonderful, actually. We could all go and have a nice, relaxing time. There's bound to be no dangers whatsoever there. Nothing at all to mess up our beautiful vacation. You and your new wife can have some alone time, and the rest of us can keep ourselves entertained. It'll be great.
Oh, yeah. Since you're proficient at Jenga, Kelly, could you help me teach Lillian how to play Jenga?
I'd love to.
Because we always play it during game night, and I think she'd really like to play.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In fact, in 60 years, when all the games I know come out again, I mean, I can teach you all sorts of games. Oh yeah, and we also have to go to the Hell World at some point, don't we? Yeah, that's a thing.
And also the moon is
Right.
crashing into Earth.
Yeah, we have to save the Feywild.
Yep.
Biff usually keeps track of all this stuff. I wonder
Where's Biff?
Oh, there he is.
Good
Biff!
night. Hey.
You getting ready to go?
Yeah, about that. I am going to stay.
Stay as in... Wait, what?
I'm gonna stay here for a bit.
Out of everybody here, that is my least expected guess.
Yeah, I heard Zav might be staying too. What's going on?
Well,
Yeah.
Biff looks really tired again, just because it's been a lot. And I'm not quite as strong as I thought I was, and I just want a break.
Oh. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously you should, take care of yourself, Biff.
Well, we were actually just talking about, finding a beach somewhere, and Sparkle could have a honeymoon, and we could all take a break.
And unless there's something you need, maybe, are you seeking some solitude, some...
Me and Rosalinda are already agreed to work on a project here.
Oh, Rosalinda. Wow. I feel like a lot of people are finding love in this world. It's like the end of this cartoon I once saw, where all the characters just fell in love and went their separate ways. Come to think of it, a mother died in that cartoon, sort of like my mom died. What if I'm Bambi?
I have an idea. Kelly, you still have the other letter, right? From
Oh,
those
him?
magic letters?
What?
No, the
what?
magic letters.
Magic letters?
Yeah.
Letters.
Wait, I'm sorry. Could we back up? What magic letters are we talking about?
The lovers' letters where they are allowed
Oh,
to communicate over great distances.
yeah, you have one of them.
What if, and Sparkle kind of pulls it out, he's like, what if we leave this one with you? And then, no matter how far apart we are, we'll always be able to write to each other.
Biff
about our
smiles and
adventures.
of course, I'd love to hear everything that's going on. And of course, if I find a way to visit, I will.
And we would like to hear about all this cool project that you're on. What is it?
To be honest, I don't know. Isn't given me.
Was this a Rosalinda idea?
We were offered it, but yes, she was the one that agreed.
I'm happy for you, Biff.
Yeah. And if you need to get married at any time, please make sure there are no family curses before you get married, okay? Because this was wild.
Yes, I will make sure that if I get married, one, I will invite you guys, and two, I will make sure that it's not as big a fiasco, no offense, as this one.
None taken.
Biff, I mean, if you're sure, obviously we're all going to miss you.
Can
Miss
brother
you.
have your lab?
Wait, you're giving brother Biff's secret lab in the mines?
Well, I'm asking if you can have it.
Sure, there's not much in there other than a beat up furnace and some scrap metal.
Perfect.
For
And a-
now.
A lot of blood. Dried blood, but definitely still there, probably. He can't curse me with my blood. That's the only rules to him having it.
Yo,
Or
Kelly,
do any other experiments or anything with my blood. Anything else free range.
you heard that.
So Kelly will hug Biff goodbye.
Biff will hug Kelly back.
Never forget, we were the two who didn't jump in head first that one time. I think that was the moment you first started respecting me as a person.
I've grown to respect you quite a lot as a person, Kelly. You show much stronger mental fortitude than most other people.
Kelly makes a note to look up those words.
Thank you for always being a good friend, Biff, and allowing me to learn some magic from you and how to read it better.
Of course, I can't say that you haven't been a very trusted ally and friend yourself. I would trust you with my own life any day.
Would you like to draw a card before you leave?
Sure.
Perfect. Roll a number. I think Millen give me. Or I guess. Yeah, there's 22 cards. Or 20. Yep.
How many?
There's 22 cards.
9.
9.
I just had Siri pick for me. I chose it to pick a number 1 through 22.
Destiny. The card protects you against an ultimately demise. The first time after drawing this card that you dropped to 0 hit points from taking damage, you instead drop to 1 HP. It's like this is meant to be.
It is nice to have some insurance. Thank you, Liz. Biff will give you a hug.
Thank you. Protect Rosalinda. She really is a great girl.
I'll definitely do my best.
Naylin, I think, looks pretty shaken up, and she'll go in to give Biff a big hug. And sort of like while they're close, a little bit privately, and Naylin will say like, "Biff, I'm really sorry. I think this whole time I've been leaning on you to be the rational one. You always make everything sound so simple when you explain it. And I always have so much trouble keeping things simple. I overthink everything, and I always worry that I'm going to do the wrong thing. And
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can barely hear you.
you always make it seem easy to know what to do. And I struggle with that the most. And I think, even back from when Resh was here, I think I actually started to be angry with you for that. I wished I could think more like you, and I wished I always knew the right thing to do. And then lately, when you found out about Kelly and I, you asked that question about if it was after Zav or how long it had been, and I was like, oh god, that made me feel terrible. And then when you said not to dance with Kelly, I was like, oh god, again, I feel like I'm just always doing the wrong thing. And well, I think I stopped thinking about you as Biff, and I think I started thinking of you as something else. And I guess I'm just sorry for not being a better friend to you. And I'm having a really hard time with you wanting to go, but I think I have to stop being so controlling about thinking about what you think about. I know you're doing this because you think it's good for you, and as your friend, I'm proud of you, and I wish you well. And she'll hug you again.
Biff will give you a hug and say, "You think I know, right? But when I told you not to dance with Kelly, I hurt her feelings. I only really think about the one problem in front of me without looking at any of the without looking at the people around it. You're better suited to deal with these situations than you think. There is no right way. There's just the way that you know how to do it."
Right, stop showing off. You're doing it again.
Biff just lets out a chuckle.
I'm gonna miss you, Biff.
I'm gonna miss you too, Sparkle.
You better
Gonna-
write.
I will. I'll write you every day. I promise. You can
Well,
write me
maybe
about
not every
any
day, but,
problem
like-
you're having.
Like two times a week?
Yes,
3?
sure. We'll do 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how busy it gets.
Okay. That's a deal.
I'm trusting you to keep everyone safe and alive. Considering
Well,
you're
I got my
the only
hands
one here
full.
that has done it before.
Circle immediately looks at Kelly. At that. Out of
Don't stress
all
about
of
it too
them,
much, though.
looks at Kelly and is like, I've got my hands full.
Biff instantly recognizes that and just goes, "Don't worry about it too much. It's not all on you." Before giving Sparkle a hug.
Oh.
I hug Biff back.
So, Biff, who hired you?
What?
Who hired you?
Hired me?
Yeah, to go do this research. I mean, you don't know many people here, so
Oh.
I'm just curious.
I don't. Me as a player, I don't remember the name.
It was Sebastian.
Sebastian.
I'm glad that you found help.
That two timing.
Some could argue Kelly's triple timing.
All right. In that case, as from here, people part, and there, from all of you, actually, before this, all of you together, there is a soft blue glow among, and it hasn't happened in some time, as you feel something wrong has been made right. Hearts united, love that was potentially destined to be choked into loveless relationships avoided. And you feel the energy of the blue rose once more. As you all begin to go about your ways back to the door that leads to Nightfall Neros. And with that, we are going to end for tonight. So, anyone watching, thank you so much. We will come back to this next week.